If you want to love yourself, you truly love yourself, I always say this, you need to observe yourself when you are not loving yourself. Because loving yourself is an illusion. It's something, an idea that we can never achieve. But wouldn't it be better that when you hate yourself or judge yourself or don't like yourself, to treat yourself with kindness? This I would call loving yourself.
Is there a danger for women becoming powerful by taking this masculine energy?
It's not a danger, it's already happened.
Oh, okay.
Men are actually suffering because men suffering from, they can't get it right. If they are strong men and wanted to contain and be powerful to have a good family, women will not allow them. If they are weak enough, women will not allow it either. Women will wipe the floor with them until they become stronger. You see? So the men don't know what to do. They're trying to be strong and trying to be weak, and they're kind of losing it.
But what's the problem with a girl being strong, tough, and hardworking?
The problem comes when you have children.
Opa. This is in Romania. Why?
A perfect mother, yes, is the mother who spent her life devoted to her children and take care of her children.
That's impossible now.
Thank you for answering the question. If I have expectation that I am a good mother, a good father, yes, I will automatically feel guilty because it's impossible to live up to your expectations. The same as a relationship. High expectations of your partner is a disaster waiting to happen. Have a good relationship is an illusion. It doesn't exist.
Do you have some tips and tricks?
Yeah, many, yes. If your partner playing game, you don't play. You understand?
You watch?
You stay still.
Okay.
And here's the big step for you. Keep your mouth shut. War needs two. Peace needs one. So femininity and masculinity are not enemies. They are friends. They cannot live without each other.
Of course.
And now, the problem here now is equality. There is no equality in this world. You cannot have a woman and a man equal. Impossible. A man can never be a woman. A woman can never be a man. So why try to be like the other? Why don't we respect our differences?
Lidl susține conversațiile Fain și Simplu.
Bună seara! Mă bucur că mă țineți în brațe, mă bucur că sunteți aici la Fain și Simplu la Notara. Doamnelor și domnilor, permiteți-mi să-l invit pe scenă pe doctorul care vindecă lumea de lipsă de iubire. Menis Yousry. Menis, welcome home because the stage is your home, you're an actor.
Oh, this is my good old days.
Good old days.
Thank you for the invitation. And thank you everybody for being here. Thank you.
Do you know which is the most streamed song of the year, of this year, till now?
No, I'm not up to date.
You're not on Spotify, on things like this.
No, not yet, not yet.
Do you know which is the most streamed song of the year till now?
Not something to do with the mother, is it? No?
No. Știe cineva? Am auzit mai multe voci spunând Flowers.
Flowers.
The most streamed song of the year is saying this: I can buy myself flowers.
I heard it this morning. My wife was singing it at home. She's trying to tell me something.
Write my name in the sand. Talk myself for hours. Say things you don't understand. I can take myself dancing, and I can hold my own hand. I can love me better than you can. Beautiful.
Yes, I am melting already.
Is this self-love?
What is self-love, actually?
I don't know. The greatest love of your life.
This is the thing that we read about in books. Nobody can actually explain it. So we can discuss it if you want. What is self-love?
But these are the times for this kind of song, very popular
Yes.
songs. This is not a song about relationships, but it's a song about the relation with yourself.
Yes, I suppose so, yes. So,
Is there a problem nowadays with our relationship with yourself?
this question opened a big, huge problem, okay? We read many things in books about loving yourself. I don't think anybody understands what loving yourself is. I tried. I tried to look in the mirror every day and say, Menis, I love you. It didn't work. And people come to the courses always asking me, can you just tell me how should I love myself? Because I read this book and said you should love yourself before you have any relationship. And nobody understands it. And I would like actually to give an idea about how to love yourself. Because I know that you like solutions, you like answers, yes? Okay.
So you came with the solution.
I don't like the word solution, but I came up with an idea, let's say. If you want to love yourself, you truly love yourself, I always say this, you need to observe yourself when you are not loving yourself with love. It's better to look at it this way. Because loving yourself is an illusion. It's something, an idea that we can never achieve. But wouldn't it be better that when you hate yourself or judge yourself or don't like yourself, to treat yourself with kindness? This I would call loving yourself, if you want to look at it this way.
But can you give me an example when you are not loving yourself?
Oh, well, I can give you an example easily. Look at the audience. How many of you made mistakes? Raise your hand if you made mistakes. This is the time when you learn how to love yourself. When you make mistakes, when you regret something you did in the past, when you messed up with something, automatically we have a voice inside that says, you've done it again. You're not good enough. You're a failure. Oh, we have stereo going on. And this is the time when...
And then you punish yourself.
Absolutely. This is the time when you only learn how to love yourself. And if you want to make the question bigger than that, this is the time when, as a parent, you teach your child to love themselves by not judging them when they make a mistake. Because I think this is related to what we're going to talk about.
But when you say, I can buy myself flowers, look at me, my ex. I can buy myself flowers. I can dance by my own. Is this self-love when you are showing this to your ex, to your friends, to your Instagram followers?
How many years we've been listening to the Beatles, All You Need Is Love? How many years? How many years we listen to love songs? These are conceptual ideas.
The love songs.
Yes, they touch on our emotions a little bit because they rhyme and have music and all this kind of thing. You cannot, you see, after all these years, I've been working with people for almost coming to 40 years now. People don't learn by being told or read or taught anything. They only learn by life experience. So the life experience you have when you're suffering, when you're in pain, and loving yourself is a real life experience. Okay, let's say be kind to yourself. This is how I would put it.
I want to talk a little bit about the feminine energy nowadays. Do you consider there is a problem with the feminine energy? Because I gave you the example of this song.
This is a subject that takes days to talk about, but I can try to
summarize.
What is the problem you want to talk about with feminine energy? Because there's too many. There are too many.
I have time.
Okay. we live in a time when there's a crisis to do with feminine energy and masculine energy now. For simple reason. If anybody done the course here, you maybe recognize some of the things that I'm saying. Women suffer from injustice for many years by men. And if I condense it in one sentence, because this is a big subject, you see. As you know, it's a fact that women create men. So a woman has a child, has a boy, and the boy becomes a man. Yes? But for many, many years, men treated women as second class. So what does that mean? Women are not happy about it.
Of course.
Maybe women now in this time are better than before, but they're still inheriting the pain and the resentment they carry from how the men treated them over the years. Of course, I can talk for hours about this because it's still in some areas in the world that women are not entitled to education or many, many things. So there's a huge injustice. So as I always say that now is the time when the women becoming stronger and a lot of equality. So I would say it's time for revenge. And now the masculine energy is falling apart.
Do you feel this?
No, I don't feel it. Because I suffered a lot and I recovered. It is what I see all the time. It's that men are actually suffering. Because men suffering from, they can't get it right. If they are strong men and wanted to contain and be powerful to have a good family, women will not allow them. If they are weak enough, women will not allow it either. Women will wipe the floor with them until they become stronger. You see? So the men, I don't know what to do. They're trying to be strong and trying to be weak, and they're kind of losing it, basically.
But is there a danger for women becoming powerful by taking this masculine energy?
It's not a danger, it's already happened.
Oh, okay.
This time has passed. It's already happened. Yes, they have taken it already. Because the culture we live in now, yes, does not support strong men anymore. Because if you look at all the jobs around, women can do it very easily. Even the army doesn't require soldiers anymore. It requires the leadership styles to run a business. It's better to be female than a male. Because the women able to communicate better and touch people better. Everything supportive of a female energy rather than male energy. The only power men have is only one thing left, is to carry the shopping basket from the supermarket. This is the only use left for our muscles, nothing else left, you see. And recently, neuroscientists have actually proved that the female brain is much more actually stronger and adaptive to the culture than the male brain. Actually. So now we are in trouble because every woman needs a man, every man needs a woman. But now we enter in a culture that we don't need each other anymore. So it's some kind of a crisis going on in this area. And this, one of the reasons a lot of people having problems in relationships. Because men are not able to contain the situation as before. And I cannot speak on behalf of a woman, of course, because I'm a man. But I guess that most women would prefer a man to be stronger and to feel safe with a man. But that's not happening a lot because the women are able to. You see, women have become stronger, and I'm sorry to say this, in a masculine way, not in a feminine way. Because we have a belief to be stronger, to be like a man, but it's not the case. The power of a woman is her femininity, not her masculinity. You see? So women now learn how to do everything by themselves, so they don't need men anymore. Yes. Some women here may not agree with me, but it doesn't apply to every single person.
But does this makes them happy?
Of course not. Absolutely not. How can they? It makes them stronger, powerful, and controlled, but not safe. That's the key.
Do you know which was the god of war and wisdom in Greece?
Who?
The god of war and wisdom.
Right.
It wasn't a god. It was a goddess.
Oh.
Athena. Athena was the goddess of war and wisdom. And she was very masculine.
Right. Well, that made sense because in the beginning, many years ago, they found evidence that women were in control, not men. And then men took control after. And now women has taken control again. So I'm looking forward for the next phase. I don't know what's going to happen to us.
But what's the problem with a girl being strong, tough, and hardworking?
The problem comes when you have children.
Opa. This is in Romania. Why?
You're going to open another subject. We'll go there.
Let's open.
Okay. There is a belief in the Western culture, which is everybody here, all of us now in the West, know everything about everything. Okay. And every person sitting here has in their pocket, has a phone, has the whole world information in it. There's a belief, a construct, an idea. A perfect mother, yes, is the mother who spent her life devoted to her children and take care of her children.
That's impossible now.
Thank you. You've answered the question. Because
I'm not a mother.
No. You said your response is exactly perfect. But
my wife is here, not with the children.
Yes, I know. Okay, let me check something. How many parents in the room here? How many of you feel a little bit guilty that your children are at home and you're here?
Menis, look up.
Yeah, okay, great. How many feel a little bit guilty? Raise your hand. Yes? They feel guilty because they believe a good mother should be at home with the children. But they don't know something. The children are happy you're out of the house, by the way. It's another matter. But they can't wait until you get out of the door so they can play with the computer. But this belief, we know it's a belief, but it's still deep in our heart. So this woman who becomes stronger and want to work and go day, they are in trouble because they still have the same belief. Not only, there's another side effect to this. We know this belief in our heart, but we judge other women who don't take care of the children. You get that? And we're doing the same thing. This is why a lot of women have become coaches. Because they're coaching people how to have a good family, but they cannot do it for themselves.
So we live in these times when the ideal of the mother is not possible anymore.
Absolutely. This culture is not conducive for a mother to stay at home and take care of her kids.
So we are all bad parents.
No, wait a minute. No, I'm not saying that. We all have this belief, but we cannot do it, so we are in conflict with ourselves. You understand? We are struggling with ourselves. Not only, look at the consequences of this belief. Women becoming frustrated and angry because they know they're not satisfying the belief. Their anger and frustration is reflecting on the children and make it worse for the children. And it has become a cycle. You see, this is something I never understood. Now there's another twist to the story. Years ago, when psychologists were researching a lot about child development, they stumbled on the idea that only the mother will make the child stable. But they didn't write much about it because they didn't want to blame the mothers. But deep in their heart, they were blaming the mothers. But then later, the idea has come up that we couldn't contain it anymore. So most mothers are frustrated because they still have a construct, an idea. A perfect mother must be with the children. But it's not possible anymore, exactly as you said it. It's exactly the same as relationships. Everybody here, every one of us has an idea of how beautiful romantic relationship is. And then you end up getting married, and they get a shock. It's not as romantic as they thought. It's the same as parenting. All the young people watch films about this woman with a child walking in the supermarket with the baby smiling at her. They don't show a film with the baby shitting at her hands. You know what I mean? So, and then they have a child and they get a shock. And this is the situation that we have in the world today.
So, the problem is that you arrive in the evening at home,
Yes,
you look in the mirror and you say, I'm a bad mother,
yes.
because the society says so.
They don't actually say it clearly like this. Some people don't even know. They just feel it. We talk and we are a little bit conscious of the situation, but many people are not conscious. But they feel something is not right. And it gets worse when their grandmother interferes and give them advice about their children.
Do you know who is criticizing the most women, making them bad mothers?
What do you mean?
Who criticize most of the women, making them bad mothers? The other woman.
Of course, of course. You see, if I don't like something about me, I will criticize you.
Of course.
You see what I mean? Then I'm off the hook. I am clean. And this is why we have so many therapists and psychologists and teachers, because
So many conferences.
Absolutely, yeah. They're sitting there talking about the problem they have, but they are out of it because they are not in the spotlight. You see.
So why do women fail to criticize each other?
No, everybody does. I just explain. When I judge you and criticize you, yes, I feel there's nothing wrong with me. It is I am like a cocaine. I'm numbing myself.
It's a drug.
And it's about you, not about, but there is another factor to it. The more we judge people, the more we are suffering from what they are doing. But we just reflecting it outside of us.
Okay, so
What is the solution?
what is the solution? How can you be a good parent nowadays
Okay.
when it's impossible to be an ideal mother, an ideal father?
I'll start with one sentence first and I'll talk about solutions if possible. Guilt and parent, the words go together. You know what I mean? Every parent feels guilty. Why? What is guilt? Is a sentence to describe it and may solve the problem. High expectations of yourself is guilt waiting to happen. If I have expectation that I am a good mother, a good father, yes, I will automatically feel guilty because it's impossible to live up to your expectations. The same as a relationship. High expectations of your partner is a disaster waiting to happen. So what the parents need to do is, for mothers,
Zero expectations.
but I'll show you something about it. They need to say to themselves, I am a good mother, I love my children, and I am a human being, and I make mistakes sometimes. You need to lower your expectations about yourself, but not to lower it too much.
I read an article about parenting, and they wrote like this: bad parenting occurs when a parent prioritizes their own interests over their children's best interests. Is this true?
Okay, let me say it in a different way. It's kind of true, but I don't like things that are written exactly correctly, okay? Because it's too not aggressive, harsh.
Okay.
The time we live in now, yes, and especially in the West, we are becoming individualistic cultures. Everybody is racing to succeed. Every parents want the children to be the best, for sure. Every parents love their children, but
why the parents want their children to be the best?
this is something I think inherited in us.
This is for their ego.
Well, there's
To
two.
tell the people I am the best parent.
Of course, you want to you want your child to speak 4 languages and put their pictures in Facebook and tell
Not for the child,
for you,
for the
It's for
parent.
us, of course. There's no doubt about that. But you see, this is 2 things at the same time. We evolution demands parents to make the children go to the next level. This is the biological part. But I was leading to this because we are an individual culture, and I won't measure my success by how my children are going to be. You see? But we don't know that no matter what your children do, has nothing to do with your self-worth. You understand? People here don't believe this. Because when my children do something wrong, yes, I am not good enough as a parent, I'm not good enough as a person. You see? But we don't have control over this. Whatsoever, you know that. We don't have.
So, back at home.
Yeah.
How to get over this feeling of guilt?
Well, I mentioned, you lower your expectations about yourself. There is no, I don't think I see anything else you can do now. This is what the culture, you see, we are affected by the culture we live in. The culture will not allow a woman to give up everything and stay at home and take care of the kids at the mercy of a man. She won't be able to do that. Some will try, but they will do it very resentfully. And this is what happened to the parents of most of the people that sit in here now. You see, that's why we have many seminars. They are the consequences of parents who sacrifice their life resentfully. Yeah, and then this is the result. We have seminars. We have psychologists. We have people trying to fix these people now.
But yes, but we get used to do in this life what's easier over what's better.
Yes.
Also in raising the children.
Yes.
We are taking the easy way, not the best way, not the better way.
Yes, but there is another way also. In order to be a good parent, yes, you need to do 2 or 3 things only.
Okay, I'm ready to write down.
Home, food, education, nothing else.
Home, food, education.
Nothing else.
But it's about how much time you spend with the kids.
Yeah.
It's about.
Let's talk about this. You see, I have 2 children, and I brought them up myself. In fact, yeah. I did everything the best I can, but when I was with them, physically, I was not. You understand? I was not, and they know it. If you spend 1 hour with your children, present and there, it's better than 24 hours when your body is there, but you're not there. You see the difference? So the children need 3 things. Home,
food, and?
Nothing else.
And love.
Nobody knows how to do this. Let's be realistic. The true love for your children is to be with them, and repeat it again, just be. Nothing else. This is loving your children. This is what it is. If you can't do it 24 hours, do it for 1 hour. It's better. How many times you are with your children, even with other people, but your mind is not there, somewhere else. And the children read you. They read you. Before they learn how to read language, they read you. They look at your eyes and they know exactly what you're feeling. Because they are freshly not contaminated with the junk that we have been reading about for so many years. They are pure and they know.
Have you seen the movie about Serena and Venus Williams?
No.
The movie is King Richard.
Okay.
The hero in this movie is the father.
Right, okay.
Our society, I think, that has the tendency to celebrate the parents for their child's success and let parents off the hook easily for their child's downfall. So when a child has success, the parents are the heroes. When a child is downfalling, the parents are not there.
My God, this is a
It's
disaster.
the kids' fault.
This is a disaster.
But this is our society. This is
How many times I will say, don't measure your self-worth by how good your children are going to be. Your self-worth doesn't depend on how your children are going to be, because there are people, everybody come to this life with a direction. You can never touch or alter. Impossible. The parents that are sitting here now are getting worried because I want my son to be a doctor. Yes? He doesn't want to be. What's going to happen? I will suffer and he will suffer. If I failed my dreams in life, I want to live it through my children, but they have a different dream. Not our dreams at all. You see? Now, when I said these three things, I said it for a purpose, but I didn't make it clear.
home, food, education.
This is what you do, yes? If you do that, whatever they turn out to be, you are free.
Yes, but you said home, food, and education.
Yes.
Education that I want, or education the kid wants?
You take them to school for education, but what they decide to do in the life after is not in your hand. Your reaction is very interesting. But you realize...
Because this is not the practice of our society.
Of course not. Of course not. Not only the education in our society, especially in Romania, is killing the children.
Killing?
Yes. The child is going to school with a bag full of books heavier than the child.
Să știți că atunci când simțiți puteți să aplaudați, adică chiar dacă sunteți singurul din sală.
What is the point of learning geography and history at school? Wouldn't it be better to teach the children how to respect their parents? Wouldn't it be better to teach the children how to have a relationship when they're older? Or I will stay day and night memorizing names of capitals in the world and geography and history, which has died many years ago. The education system has a problem.
So what you are telling now is that it's better to see the life through the eyes of the children, not through your eyes, through your mind, through your...
Yeah, you're saying it, but I can add to this in a different way. Many people, we read many things. I'm going to repeat something that we read. The things that you read, you need to listen to it maybe 10,000 times.
Yes.
Yes?
Mm-hmm.
Our children are not ours. You know this. Everybody knows this. But we think if I create my child brain, I know that child. I don't know my children. They are completely different. I would say it a different way. Our children are people. Shall I repeat it again? They are people. They are people. You understand? It will take some time to go in. They are not yours. They are other people other than you. You understand? Your job is to house them and teach them until they reach an age that your parenting finish. You understand? We have an idea that childhood finish, also parenting finish as well. And the biggest challenge for parents is to realize their parenting will finish. If they don't realize this, they will haunt the children forever. And some people sitting here, their parents are haunting them forever, even they have kids. And they know what I'm talking about.
I read the study. There are 18% of parents that have a permissive parenting style.
What does that mean, permissive?
You let the little one to do whatever
Yes.
he wants.
You have to keep control.
But not helicopter parenting.
No. Everything in life has to do with balance. You see? In the house, look, you're entering a very dangerous area now, okay? In the house you live in with your children, yeah? Who owns the house?
The bank.
Okay. After the bank, who owns the house?
Maybe the kids, because we are getting old.
He's making my life very easy, actually. Who owns the house?
Okay, we own the house.
They live in your house.
Okay.
Yes? Is that clear? They live in your house.
This house has some rules.
Listen slowly. They live in your house. You don't live in their house. Yes? So when they live in your house, they need to do what you want, not what they want. Within reasons, of course. You understand? But many children live and think the house is theirs, not belong to the parents, especially boys.
I don't have boys, so I don't know.
You're lucky. Some families, the boy is the king of the house.
The little prince.
Can you feel some reaction from some people? It's the king. If the boy move their finger, the parents have to do something. Yes? And this situation has severe consequences on the relationship of the parents and the future generation. You see? So they need to follow your rules, but providing you are reasonable, because this is the question you want to check with me. Yes?
So these controlling parents are just anxious parents.
We know, slow down, because the word control has an association, negative association.
Yeah.
But I have not met anybody who's not controlling. If you're not controlling, you'll not survive.
Okay.
You see, you need to establish.
Okay, over controlling.
Yes, that will be. If you're over controlling, it's no good. If you're
What's the border?
very simple.
Please.
Education, food, and home. Enough. If you want to keep making them do something you want, so I'll give you an example. Some parents, their parents made them learn the piano. Yes. So in the evening, they make the children learn the piano, and the child doesn't want to do it.
I know. I have a piano in the house.
Yes, oh good. Good. Some parents are dragging the children from class after class, swimming, piano, this, and the poor child running from here to here. Why? Why you do this to them?
Try as much as you can.
You know what we're trying to do? We're preparing them for a war when they leave home. We tell them, the world is dangerous. You have to learn everything. And the child is fanatically trying to learn everything. This is the parents' problem, not the children's problem, you see?
Of course.
Yes. Poor children.
But
yeah.
why is this tendency of our tendency to burn out the kids? We have a full schedule,
Yeah.
Morning till evening, and the kids have to have the same schedule.
I have many answers for you. Number one, we want them out of the way. So I can have my time, but this is unfair for some parents. Number two, the time we live in now really is a very competitive, success-oriented. Now, this is the individualistic culture we live in. It's a very dangerous time. So we have a belief, if my child learns everything, can do everything, they will survive. We don't realize the best thing you can do for a child to survive is to be with them. Which I'm going to say now. To be with them doing nothing. You understand? Can you sit with your child next to you and do nothing whatsoever? If you can do that, your child will learn that he or she can be at peace everywhere they go. They don't have to do something. Every single person in the room, including me and you, we can't have 5 minutes at peace. We have to do something. And I'm waiting for someone to raise their hand and say, I'm not doing this, really. Because we cannot stop. If I stop,
I die.
and do nothing, you know what will happen? I will remember the times when I was very alone and nobody was there. so I'll have to do something. So we cannot stop. So if some people here didn't have children yet, it's great that you need just to be there, just be there. The child will learn, actually, I can exist in the world at peace. I don't have to do anything to justify who I am. Because we have made a connection between us and our achievement. We think we are our achievement, but we are not our achievement. We're something completely different. So we are now in a race, like a rat on a wheel, running. We cannot stop.
But another problem we talk about in the beginning of, about this in raising our children is that the parents are very aggressive.
Yes.
Especially, the fathers, we are aggressive by nature.
Yeah.
But the mothers are becoming more and more aggressive.
Yes, but we touch on it because the mothers are frustrated because they are living in conflict. They believe. You see, the beliefs is not just a word. It's something very deep in us. And the society demand the beliefs, you see. They believe they're not good enough mothers. So they're in conflict. They're judging themselves even if they don't know it. So they're getting frustrated. Also, they're frustrated with something else because they have men in their life, yes, not men enough. This is a very dangerous area. Not strong enough to make them feel safe. Because these men now, in this generation we're in, yes, are the children of what we've been talking about, you see. So they are not safe. Even the men are not safe.
So you are not safe, you become aggressive?
Of course, the weak person fight. The strong person does not fight. You understand? Aggressive person is weak.
But how to change this weakness in your strengthness?
This is the work you have to do in yourself. We need to understand and feel our emotions. We need to feel our emotions and feel our feelings. If we don't do this, and I give you a very good example, this is a very difficult area to explain. Everybody, when they are angry, yes, they don't know they are angry. They know after. Have you noticed?
Wow. Yes.
Yes. That means I'm not in control of my emotions control of me. You understand? Mm-hmm. So if you're angry, stop and say, I am angry. It will go away. But always, we are taken over by our emotions. You need to be conscious of your emotions and feelings. Emotions are not feelings, by the way. They're two different things completely. You need to be...
So emotions are not feelings?
Absolutely not.
What's the difference?
Emotions is a biological reaction.
Okay, so when we are angry,
this
is not an emotion.
This is an emotion.
This is an emotion.
Not a feeling.
Not a feeling.
Yeah. But people mixed up. They always mix the two words.
Always.
That's why I said it quickly. You need to be conscious of your emotion. Emotion will take you. It is a brain reaction straight away to danger.
And give me an example of a feeling.
A feeling is what people do in therapy when they talk about their emotions.
Ah, okay.
They're two different things. And when people talk about their feelings, they are not in their emotions at all. They are just... Feeling is a mental construct. Emotion is a biological construct. They are two different things. We need both. They're all sign of danger. The person who's angry, there's an emotion coming up telling your brain you are in danger. You see? And you have to act.
How to do this in front of your kid, in front of your boss, in front of your colleague?
Yeah, you do this when you
To stop and analyze your emotion.
I tell you how. If you do the Essence course, you'll know how to do it.
I will do it.
You need to work on yourself to raise your level of consciousness. And you have to work. And the people who've done the course here, they will recognize what I'm going to say. There is a block we have, a block. The block is our strategy to survive. We have a strategy. We have a plan. This plan of survival disconnects us from our soul of who we are. And the first step to do when you start working yourself to find out what is your plan. Aggression can be a plan also. Anger is a plan. Because when you repeat this long enough, it becomes you. You see, this is another area, big area.
Okay, so it's a long work, it's a long process.
Don't be disappointed when I tell you.
Tell me how to start from tomorrow in the morning. Because today is 8th of March, you can be angry if you're a woman. But from tomorrow morning on, what's the first step you take to be less aggressive?
Okay. Be careful what you ask for. You go to your wife and tell her, I need you. Take care of me when I'm angry.
But she does already this.
Yes?
Yeah.
Tell her that every day. When you see me angry or upset, come and hold me. This is the first step.
And the most important one.
There's another sentence after that. I'm coming to it. The next sentence you tell her, I will do the same for you. So what's the question?
Who doesn't have a wife or a husband?
The easy answer is find one. No. Or allow someone to find you. That's even better.
So you gave us some good news. The little ones don't need a perfect parent. They need a good parent.
Perfect parents does not exist.
Anymore.
Perfect family does not exist.
Anymore.
Not anymore, never.
Never?
The only perfect family is the family next door. Because you're looking out from the window, you see them eating dinner in the park, in the garden, laughing.
Yeah.
You say, God, what's fucking wrong with me? Yes. But you don't know what happens when they go inside. Mm-hmm. So we have to stop watching films.
So that's why we are talking on 8th of March, the International Women's Day, about parenting, because the parent-child relationship are special, but they are not different from other kinds of relationships. If we are mean to our neighbors, we are mean to our child also.
Relationship is the same with everything. Absolutely. Relationship you have with your partner is the same as you have a relationship with your children, your friends, even with your car. Mm-hmm. Because the way you drive your car is the same way you have a relationship. Mm-hmm. You keep braking and accelerating all the time. This is how we do in relationships. It's all the same. But I want to tell something important about relationship. If you want to have a good relationship, remove the word relationship from your head.
I heard that you hate
No, this world has many associations. We are with a person. Why we are with a person? Do you know why?
Because we are a social animal.
We are animals.
Humans are social animals.
We are animals.
Yes. Yes, we are.
You are with a person because your survival depends on being with someone. Relationship is survival. As you close to say it, our brain function in connections. Mm-hmm. We meant to connect with somebody, yes, and trust that we are loved. And I would say this now is very important. The best seminar, the best healing in the world is a relationship. If you manage, you see, relationship is the measure of your success in life. If you can survive with a person, you can survive anything. Because to be with a person and manage to be stable, you've got it. You got it.
That's the success.
Absolutely. Because the problem with every person is The problem with us in life is our inability to have a stable, natural, healthy relationship. But it's absolutely possible, and you will never be able to have a good relationship if you are not stable in yourself, because the sign of stability is to deal with change. And when you are with a person, you cannot guarantee them not changing any minute.
But many people
Yeah.
are divorcing, and
Yes.
they are telling, we are not the same anymore.
Yes.
Do we have to change when the partner is changing?
Not at all.
Not at all.
You need to stay stable. You know that the world we live in is in the only constancy is change. You understand? The only constant is change. Nothing will stay the same ever. So if you want to be stable, yes, you need to cope with the change. People don't have problems in the relationship, they have something else.
What?
What they have is they cannot resolve the conflict. It's not the relationship to have a problem. If you want to have a good relationship, you need to be able to overcome a conflict and repair it. It's inevitable when you're a person with a person, you have a conflict. It's inevitable. If you bring any group of people together, they will fight sooner or later. This is the nature of human being. That means the answer is, how do you manage the conflict and repair it in the relationship? Not to have a good relationship. Have a good relationship is an illusion. It doesn't exist.
Do you have some tips and tricks?
Yeah, many, yes.
Yeah?
Yes, of course.
Please.
If your partner is playing a game, yes, don't play.
Sorry? if your partner?
Your partner is everybody playing games.
Okay.
Yes? If your partner playing game, you don't play. You understand?
You watch?
You stay still.
Okay.
And here's the big step for you. Keep your mouth shut. If you start advising them what to do and tell them about the problems and their parents' problems, their grandparents' problems, and their previous generations, you fucked it up. Now, when they lose it, and you stay still. Let me finish this. You will become the parents they never had. Don't look horrified. Because the job of the parent, if the child go crazy and the parent stay still. Imagine a baby is crying and the mother starts crying too. What's going to happen to that child? Finished. Yeah. So if you can be still, and can you be big enough when your partner is playing games and you know it and you don't do anything about it? Look.
I heard Jay Shetty talking about this 2 weeks ago. He said that your partner your partner should be your guru, because the guru is not advising you, is not patronizing you, is not an authority. The guru is standing still.
Absolutely.
And watching the
Yeah, if you stay long enough, the person will stop.
Be the guru in your relationship.
Whatever you call it.
Beautiful.
Call it this way. Because war needs two. Peace needs one. So if both started, the war has no end. But if one is peaceful, is enough. But you know what peace means? Is to last long enough.
So
Not
the
to
peace is
run.
not forever.
No, wait a minute, slow down. It has a limit, of course, because if the person abusing for a very long time, you have to stop it. But I'm talking about the day-to-day things. Any small things happen in a relationship. This is amazing. After the honeymoon period, yes, here is sitting at the table. You want this glass to be here, and I want it here. And no, it should.
This
be
is
here.
perfect true. I have two friends that divorced last year because of this,
What's a great example?
more or less.
This is not the issue.
But it's a big issue.
This is the tip of the iceberg, you see.
Yeah, of course.
Does it matter if it's here or there? Does it really matter? Do I have to make my brain too small because my partner brain is too small? Okay, I tell you why I'm saying this. In this world, there's 8 billion people in the world, yes? There is no other person like you. No one. It's you, the only one. It's very unlikely to meet a person like you, yes? That means I want it here, the other person wants it here. What are you going to do about this? Yeah. What are you going to do about this?
You put in the middle.
They don't want it in the middle, they want it there.
Okay, let it be there.
Let it be there. But this is an example of many other things.
Yeah, of course. I heard that the relationships, but you are not okay with this word. You want
No. I made a point that the word relationship has an association with fantasy. You see.
Okay, and what word would you put in the vocabulary instead relationship?
I wouldn't put any word at all.
Fain și simplu.
Nothing. Yes. Really.
What a beautiful fain și simplu we have.
Yeah, wonderful. You can do this. You can do this. What? The relationship means conflict. This is what it means.
So what you are saying is that the relationships are a little bit of entertainment. What fun do we have when we are together? At the beginning, when you
During the honeymoon period,
this is the pleasure. This is the entertainment.
if you put it here or there, I'm happy with you. Yeah.
So the relationships
Yeah.
are more about education than entertainment, because education is about to grow together, to learn every day, and so on.
I actually think, which has been my experience for many years, nobody understands what relationship is at all. Not only that, and less mixed with the other subject, nobody understands what parenting is at all. And there's a big question I can put in now. Why did you have children? Can you answer?
I think this is a natural thing.
Is it? Is this a good answer? Is this good enough? So because of the nature of thing, I'll have to have children, yes?
It's my nature.
My nature. People don't understand.
It's my duty, okay, not my nature.
Oh, now you're honest. Because it's expected of everybody to have kids. Is this a good reason?
No.
People don't understand why we have kids. Actually, don't even understand why we have a relationship.
They are so cute. First 2 years, 3, 4.
And then after?
Then after they are very smart and...
No, there's a stage between cute and smart.
Yeah?
Yeah. This stage, they are not human beings.
We have an expression in Romanian. Zici că nu ești copilul meu. You are telling your kid cum se zice în engleză? Yeah, it feels like you are not my child.
Uh-huh.
We have this word in Romania.
You have?
Zici că nu ești copilul meu, zici că nu eu te-am făcut.
They must be talking to the adolescents, children, yeah?
Yeah. Okay, let's go back. We were talking about tips and tricks for relationships. And you gave us this idea. When your partner is playing, stay
still.
Okay, next step.
Yeah.
Next solution.
It's done.
It's done?
Absolutely. No.
So simple?
Yeah. But
thank you, Menis, for being here. Putem pleca fericiți acasă.
Everybody here, yeah, they heard it. They can last 3-4 seconds.
No, they will do it. Tomorrow they will do it.
No,
No?
no.
Please write us on Instagram, Facebook, and
If
so
you
on.
do it, you have a prize. It is so difficult to do. It's so difficult, really. It will require a huge amount of work on yourself.
How many years took you to...
More than 10 years.
More than 10 years in one relationship, or...
Actually, yes. This is a very good question. I'll tell you why. In the time we live in now, because your question have is like a background to it.
I was serious, not...
No, I'm
not
serious
joking.
also. Everybody want to change now. Now. They want to go home now and practice on their partners in 5 minutes. Yeah. And they think it's going to work. This is where you're going to end up. But from now until then, it's quite a process. A real process.
The essence process.
Yeah, good. Thank you for the marking. It is a real process. Because when you are with a person, they will always touch something in you you cannot control. They will touch the reactive emotions that you can't control, but you will be able to. I'm lucky about one thing. I have been teaching this for years, and it took me about maybe more than 20 years to begin to apply it. But it doesn't have to take that long because I had no guidance at all. Now I know how to make it shorter a little bit. I had to do it blind, but it's possible. In most cases in relationship, when person get activated, the other one get activated. Yes? And I have this funny example that this person is shaking, other one is shaking. Nobody notices who's shaking anymore because they're both shaking at the same time, you see? So, and they think they are fixing the situation. They are not, because they are both out of them. They are not themselves anymore, you see? So, and I said, one person has to start, one person. So, it is like this. In a situation of a war or a conflict, which one is going to stop? Which one?
The smart one.
No, the stronger one.
The stronger one.
Yeah, because the weak person has no options. You understand? The weak person doesn't think that I can do this or this or this or this, but the strong person can choose many things.
Yes, but when you have a weak partner, you tend to fix him or her.
That's why I said keep your mouth shut. Exactly.
So don't fix your partner.
Not at all. No, your worst.
Because we are breaking, not fixing.
Your worst nightmare if you marry a psychologist. You have no chance. Because they will practice on you 24 hours a day. Do not play a psychologist with your partner. Do not. I even go further. Do not even learn what happened to them before.
So you're not believing in this this kind of advice when you arrive at evening at home, stay with 2 glasses of wine and
you have to get them drunk to listen to you first. People don't learn by
talking.
Impossible.
Only by walking.
Actually, yes. Good. By walking and making mistakes and paying for the mistakes. But nowadays, you can do it a little faster if you work on yourself. But I mentioned something and I want to repeat it again. It is better not to know the history of your partner.
You're the first
Ever.
who told me
this is
this.
Against every therapy. If you know the history of your partner, yes, you will calculate what they're going to do.
That's why the love is blind.
Yeah. Yes. Yes.
Nice.
Very
Why?
good. Very good connection.
Why?
If I know my partner is abused, for example, yes, it's good information because I can be sensitive to them, but every time they touch something, I tell them, yes, because this is what happened to you, you're doing that to me.
Okay.
You get it? So I will start making assumptions and build up a character for them that doesn't exist. This is very difficult, the things I'm saying, very difficult. And because you see, if I have a relationship with somebody, yes, and I make mistakes, automatically, every single person world is a manipulative. There is no doubt about it. Manipulation is a survival tool. Okay? If I want to get away with it, I will find something happen to them and I give a reason for what they did to me. I will not take responsibility for what I have done to them. Can you see? Mm-hmm. So if I don't know anything about them, I will not go there. I will start looking more at me. Everything I'm saying to you, it took me years and years, and I haven't arrived 100% yet.
But we manipulate by nature, by
survival.
By survival
requires manipulation. When you want to meet a person, the relationship, you manipulate them to love you. When you sell anything, you manipulating the person to buy it from you. The whole life is manipulation. You understand? Every time you buy something, the person wants you to buy it, will have to manipulate you. They have you tell you many stories. They tell you many stories.
So when I know your whole story, I will have the tools to manipulate.
I have ammunition. I have know how to play now with you because I know what is your vulnerable point.
Before, before the wedding, what questions to put to your partner?
Before the wedding?
Yeah.
I tell you what questions. But are you ready?
Not about her mother,
No. I tell you, but you ready to hear it?
Yes, I'm here.
You tell your partner what is the most important thing you like in your life.
Nice.
And then you tell them, I will support you, I will not change my mind. Before you sign the contract. Because in this life, nobody will ever commit to you. They commit what they like, number one, and you number two. So you meet a person, I accept you, I love you, and after you sign the contract and pass the interview, no, this is not good. I don't like it. You negotiate early.
Some years ago, many years ago,
yeah.
Before my wedding,
your wife is here, be careful.
One of my best friends
yeah.
told me, have you met her mother? Mm-hmm. Yes, one time. Look at her mother. So we don't need to...
Did you look at her mother?
Yes. Also today.
Okay.
So this has no importance.
It's very important, yes, but it's better not to know.
Mm-hmm. It's better not to know. Okay.
Yeah, really, I meant it. It's not a joke. It's extremely important because we are our parents. You know this. We are. Mm-hmm. But the smart person leave their parents.
And love their parents.
Yes, you can love them and leave them. Absolutely. When I say leave...
This is a smart advice. Live and love your parents.
Yeah, when I say leave your parents, it doesn't mean reject them at all.
No.
Yes. The person who succeeds in life, really succeed in relationship and business, because they are two different things, yes, actually have managed to escape from their parents. Actually. Uh-huh. This is one of the biggest ever steps you can take in your life.
Like Prince Harry.
I don't know who's that. Okay.
Never mind. Okay, let's get back to relationships. Many of us, we have this tendency to parent our partners.
Yes.
The parenting of our partners.
Yes.
It's
what? What is it?
I don't know. It's a trend.
Well, I will. Do you mean it's good or bad? Mm-hmm. What do you think?
I heard many people saying this. Stop parenting your partner.
Very good. Let me give you some background.
Okay.
Psychology and working with people goes through stages. like trends, fashion. Somebody smart come up with a good idea and people buy it.
New therapies.
Yeah. Like I call it the flavor of the month. Like, you know, the flavor of the month now is say coaching or something. You know, everybody doing it. And somebody come with something better, everybody start doing it. In the beginning, it was and because I've been through it different stages, it was a dysfunction to make your partner your parent. That was supposed to be a problem. Over the years, I start believing it is an advantage.
Really?
Absolutely. When I ask you to speak to your wife and tell her, you make her the mother you never had, so you can heal your relationship with your mother. You understand? Why not? The art of relationship, the art is to allow yourself to be vulnerable and loved, to be angry and loved, to be in a mess and loved. Who can do this to you? Except the person who loves you. Why not? That's it. Why not? Because you can do the same for them. So now psychologists are still thinking to make, they have a name like a codependency or something. There are many names come up. But I don't believe this anymore. But this is only my view. You need to be available when your partner is not able to stand. And they need to be available when you are not able to stand. And if you can hit this combination, the relationship will last forever.
These are your words. If I can live with me, then I can live with anybody.
Absolutely.
Beautiful words.
Yeah.
You have to learn with yourself before relationships, entering a relationship.
This was my answer when I said you have to work with yourself, because you really have to live with you. You see, we touched on this a little before. If I cannot tolerate my weakness, I will never be able to tolerate my partner's weakness. If I cannot tolerate my fear, my pain, I will not be available to tolerate my partner's fear and pain. So I have to live with my pain. I need to make my heart big enough to contain my pain, my fear, my injustice that happened to me. If I manage that, I can manage it with my partner. This is what it means.
And how do you manage to do this?
Well, this is the work I'm saying you have to do on yourself. If I give you an answer now, it is not an answer, it's a lie, because I'm talking about an experience. The reason I am not good enough, whatever wrong with me, has happened because of repetition of difficult situations. So if I give you an answer now, it doesn't mean anything. You have to go through. See, there is two ways of learning to answer your question. One is to have 50 failed relationships until you learn. The other one is to work on yourself. I did it the first way. This is how I learned. I've been knocked and started to realize in the end.
Can I ask you?
Personal question.
Sorry, Elena.
Yeah.
What was your worst relationship ever? Like a romantic relationship?
One?
Only one, the worst.
Many. There's one I had was worst, yes. And what do you know about? What do you need to know about it? The worst one is the one opened my eyes. It's the only one.
This is the answer I was waiting for.
Because the worst relationship, it can do two things to you. One, you can heal, the other one can go mad. Really, you can go mad, really. And this one, I realized that I had part of me was abused, and I was denying it. When the person was doing things to me that's abusive to me, and I was smiling, or avoiding the subject, or not dealing with it, yes, I started to realize what is wrong. And then I started to get very angry, really angry. And I almost, on a couple of occasions, I saw myself as a violent person that I could never believe. Then I realized I'm finally awakening to what happened to me for years that I have denied and was ashamed to even admit it to myself.
And you were in this abusive relationship,
Yes.
and you stayed there
No,
for a long time.
not a long time after about
No?
about 2.5 years, 3 years, but I woke up. This person have changed my life by being abusive, actually. But then I realized before, people doing things like this to me.
How can a woman be abusive to a man?
Are you joking?
I was not experiencing this.
I will give you a very good example. I'm making a generalization. Yes.
Okay.
Okay. Majority.
Am I naive?
What?
Am I naive?
No.
Innocent?
If you say so. No. Majority of men who are drinking is because their wives are abusive.
Don't tell me this.
I'm sorry to tell you. They drink, they cannot.
Your words, not my words.
Okay, they cannot tolerate being abused by a woman. They cannot. So they are drinking. And when they drink, they don't feel anything. Majority, I'm not saying everybody. And when they drink and come home, they are humiliated even more. You see, they are in a cycle, they cannot get out of it. These are very difficult statements I'm making. And some people here will recognize it. Men have a belief they are stronger.
But why are people abusing in relationships?
I'll
Does
tell you,
this make them happy, safer,
no,
powerful?
No, the abusing person is an abused person. You understand? Person who are abused when they're children, they abuse their partner later. Unfortunately. They are two who are the same. You see? So if my parents hurt, many people have done to the children what the parents did to them. Doesn't have to be very big. Like my parents beat me up to learn at school, and automatically I will do it. And I hate myself for that. I can't stop it. And I do the same because I am living in an energy field of abuse, and I continue, you see. The things that happen to us in our childhood, the reason is repeated because this is the environment we learn to adapt to. So basically, we end up in a situation when we can function the best. You understand? I function the best being abused. So I always do the things when I do well.
So the majority of people doesn't want to heal. They want to have a good situation.
No, the same situation as childhood, because this is the water they live in, if you know what I mean. This is the water. They only get out when they become conscious. Or big, massive shock, like the partner leaves them or something, and they start questioning themselves. So we are living in the same environment as before. And people know, we'll find the person who can live well in this environment with us. Because this person who's abusing me was abused also. Because I started shouting, screaming, and started abusing them also. You see, so they got what they wanted, actually. So I woke up, this is what my final piece, of the puzzle. See? But it was so difficult for me because when I was doing this work with people and helping little people, and I have that part of me that's still hidden, it needed to open, you see? And the humiliation and the shame of seeing yourself in this place requires a huge amount of love towards yourself. And that's some work. When we do courses and seminars, and people in a group together, and these things come up, and they experience people around them not judging and loving them, it speeds the process hugely, especially when I do very intimate, closer seminars.
So your proposal is to find a group of people who is who are not judging you.
Yes, but it needs...
It's very hard.
No, it's not hard, but you need to have a person, orchestrator, you know what I mean? You need to have somebody controlling the situation.
Okay.
You can't just like this group of people. The democracy, it doesn't work in this context. You have to have a person managing the situation, setting up the environment for them to feel this.
Because many teenagers,
Yes.
they fall down in bad entourage. I don't know. People, they are telling, these people are not judging me, like the parents,
Yes,
like the
yes,
teachers,
yes.
and so on. But there are drugs there, there are...
Let me tell you something about this, because I made a research about this. England and America started group gangs.
Group gangs.
Yes, yes. This gang, the boy go to, yes, is the new family they're looking for. Because these people accept them. But in my research, was a shocking research, I discovered every single person in every gang had one thing in common. Can you guess what is that? The father is not at home.
Mm-hmm.
What does that mean? They are out of control.
So the father is the symbol for control.
Not exactly. The boys in particular need their fathers. A woman cannot control a boy. And the boy knows. You know, okay? So this is when the role of the father is very critical. Because the child comes from the woman, yes? She has emotion, she has love, she will compromise. The man will not. The man is detached. He will not let the child get away with things like the mother will let her get away. You see? And the boys who go to gangs, you know what they're doing? There's something shocked me in the research. They're taking revenge for their fathers by becoming the aggression and the power the father could never have. See, it's not that simple. Everything has many dimensions around it. See? So now they have gone into the environment they belong to, the unconscious of their fathers.
Let's talk about a little bit of about teenagers.
About teenagers.
Teenagers.
Yes.
Do you see a problem with them?
Yes.
A problem for, I don't know, in relationships, in work?
Yeah. Teenage years, there's a movement in the brain. There's chemical change in the brain, only in the teenage years. They start switching to something very interesting. What they're doing is this. They're beginning to become independent, but they need you. So they are in conflict. I want you to buy me food, take care of me, buy me things, take me to school, whatever, if they go, yes. But I don't want you to interfere in my life at the same time. So they are in conflict. And the brain starts changing to life is only about me, nothing to do with my parents anymore. And the parents become very vulnerable and scared and start interfering in his or her life. And then the dynamics start. But the critical problem with adolescence is the relationship between the parents. Like most things that happen in the family. Because the leadership is not strong enough. There is only one dominant person. And the child, yes, defend the weak one. If the father is weak, the boy will traumatize the mother to balance the situation. But this is not in absolutely every case, but this is quite common. So the solution to adolescence is the parents to be united, which is very rare.
Becoming one, because one is peace.
Yes.
Two is war.
The parents need to have one voice. It's very rare after years of relationship when parents are not conscious as well. Basically, in a nutshell, I tell something to sum all this up. If you want to measure your stability as a person, look at your children. If you want to learn about you, look at your children. And you see what they're doing is your unconscious unfolding in front of your eyes.
Every day.
Of course, every day, and it gets worse.
The best mirror.
Absolutely, they are mirror for you. I have learned all this the hard way. I've seen the things I hated manifesting in front of my eyes.
But what about the attitude of the new generation who don't want to work anymore?
Now you're provoking me. Now I'll start again.
No. I don't know if it's a problem, but it's a different generation. And the motto of this generation is, I don't have a dream job because I don't dream of labor.
No, it's very simple and shocking at the same time. The new generation want money and don't want to work. Simple as it.
Period.
But let's see who's responsible.
The parents?
Absolutely. Don't escape. We made them like this, and now we pay the price. We have to take responsibility. Don't blame evolution.
Tell us our mistakes or our parents'
Very simple.
mistakes.
Parents, here I'll talk to you. Go to your children's bedroom. How many pairs of shoes they have? How many toys they have? Shall I go any further?
There is a toy store in every home.
Yes. Shopping mall. And not only this, how long each toy lasts?
Hours.
What is expiry date? But why are we doing this?
Because we are loving them, Menis.
No. We want them to love us. Which is absolutely impossible to make somebody love you. Let's take it further.
It's impossible to make someone
Love you.
love you.
Impossible.
Even your own child?
Of course. I told you our children are people. I told you from the beginning, they are people. There's another factor. When I was a child, I was deprived for many things. If I won't heal myself, I give this to my children. I'm actually making it worse. You see? Now, something else everybody knows, but I want to say it again, it's very important. Every move you make, with your hand, with your eyes, with your conversation, everything is copied by the children. So if I not fulfilled in my life, and I keep buying things, working hard, making money, they don't see me working, yes? But they see the results. So they want the results. Without
like
work.
now.
They don't see you at work. You see, I saw something in Facebook that touched me so deeply. Video in China, they showed the children at school what happened to the parents at work. And the children all crying in the classroom. They didn't realize that you go to work and suffer all day to make money. My son taught me this when he was 6. One day he said to me, Dad, I want to buy this. I said, I don't have any money. He said, what's wrong? Go to the bank and get some money. He thinks the bank give money to everybody. This is how we taught them how to live. They don't understand. We're doing this now. You see somebody very successful, yes? And there's so many seminars how to be a millionaire, yes? People stand on chairs and scream, I'll be a millionaire next week. You know, and they go like flying, of course. And the only person making money is the trainer, not them. But they don't want to do any work because we have trained them that way. That's why I say education, school, education. What else I said?
Home, food, education.
Enough.
3
Enough. Nothing else.
golden rules.
Yeah.
I have a bad news, Menis.
What?
I have a bad news.
Tell me.
In I don't know, in 2 years, 1/3 of the workforce
Yes.
will be Gen Z,
What?
from Generation Z, from teenagers.
Yes. And half of the population A third of the population in Romania in a few years' time will be foreign workers. Yes.
But
If you want a job, you cannot find anybody. You cannot find anybody.
it is happening already.
Yes.
But maybe the teenagers are not lazy. Maybe they are just refusing to put up with the toxic culture, work culture that
It is
the
not
boomers created
It's not a toxic culture. It's a human right culture.
to work.
Human rights. Too much human right will destroy the planet. In England, in school, if a teacher shout at the child, the teacher can be eliminated for 6 months. If at home a parent says something wrong, the child can call the police, and the police can come and take the parents. What kind of life would the parents have lost their authority? They have lost their power. So can you imagine having children and afraid of them? Can you imagine? What kind of home would that be? This child will go and say, okay, actually in England, if you're handicapped or have a problem, you're rich. And people use opportunities. Yeah, I can't do this, I can move my hand, I can do this, and everything is given to them. So basically, in a nutshell, what we're doing now, we're taking money from the people who are working, giving it to the people who are not working. Yes? This is
Social rights.
Exactly. What does that mean? We are teaching the new generation to be victims to life. We must not participate in this. We must not. You have to risk your children not liking you. Can you? If your neighbor bought a very nice trainer, cost 200 euro, you don't have to buy the same one. Don't worry what the neighbor will say about you. Actually, you're helping your child better this way.
Yes, but I don't want my daughters to be the, only teenagers who want to work at 18 years.
Will not. What do you mean want to work? To want to.
If I teach them, you have to work, there is no instant gratification.
Let me. You don't teach your children. You show them. You don't teach. You cannot. In fact, the worst teacher to your children is you.
Of course.
You must never teach your children anything at all, because when you teach your children, you had an emotional attachment for what you want. It's coming through your teaching. But the teacher at school, your children will listen to strangers, like your partner. Your partner will listen to somebody else, but won't listen to you. You know that. They go to a stupid therapist who never have children. They get advice from them, will not take advice from you. Because it's another person, not you. When you teach somebody you love, there's a problem. Because
you are waiting a result.
Not only waiting a result, you are so desperate for them to be something you want. And you don't want it, and it's coming through, and they will never listen to you. But they will listen to what you do. I had an amazing experience with this, and I worked many years as a family therapist with parents bringing children to me who are struggling. And one of my eye-opener was a family struggled for years to get the child to go to school on time. Yes? And the session started and the parents were late. The child see this, of course, this is how it should be done. They see something, they do it with common sense.
So don't teach them, show them.
You show them, but how to show them?
I don't know, bring your kids to your workplace.
No. How to show them how you move, talk. If you keep buying things you don't need with money you don't have. This is exactly what's happening in the generation we have now. They want to buy things they don't need with money they don't have. Look how much we're suffering.
Are you afraid of the future?
I have not much future left, not many years.
Menis. Don't tell me.
No, I'm not afraid of the future. I've done everything I wanted, and my children grown up, and I'm okay now. Really. But everything we talked about, yes, what's going to happen to our children, there's a big possibility this could be okay for our evolution anyway. So we must actually let it happen now. And because by trying to fix it, we're going to make it worse.
Before some questions from the audience,
Yeah.
I want to jump to the conclusion.
Yeah.
You tell me that we are aggressive because there is so much pressure from the society. The women are aggressive because the society is pressuring them.
Let me clarify something. Why a person is aggressive? Yes, very simple. I'm going to go to the bottom line straight away. Human beings we come from animals. We have aggression. Yes? We have it in us. There's no question about it. But if I don't like to be aggressive, I'm starting a war on myself. You understand? So the issue that we are not because we're aggressive, is because we fight in our aggression, like fighting a war with war. We cannot accept, like these women nowadays, when they are judged by society and people, they becoming aggressive because it's unfair, because they can't do it.
More and more aggressive.
But they don't like to be aggressive, so they become more aggressive that way. See what I mean? So the source of this is a conflict because we're living in split. I always say this: be careful of good people. Good people are the most dangerous people in the world because they're trying to be good. You understand?
We are not good by nature.
We are not good or bad, but there are people living their life, the peacemakers, yes? The people who want everything to be okay. This is the most dangerous people in the world. All the trouble in the world came from good people.
So don't surround yourself by good people.
Don't surround yourself with somebody trying to make life better for you.
Okay.
You understand? Because these people, yes, cannot live and face conflict.
So they are good
They won't.
till the first conflict.
No, the people who won't be good and trying to be good, they are very violent. But they deny their violence. They are very big things and dangerous things.
And what's the solution for these generations of women that had to be masculine in order to help to reach positions of power?
These women need to meet and need to be treated with a lot of love, a lot of compassion and understanding for what's happening to them. It's very important. And need to be conscious they are facing an impossible task to survive in this world, not to be weak and let a man control them and becoming parents at the same time.
Menis, are you okay with women to have power?
Absolutely.
Okay.
But let me add something.
How to include more femininity in the word power?
You see, the way
Because this is the problem.
the way you ask me the question has a problem. Femininity and masculinity are not enemies. They are friends.
And how to
The way you
live
talk about-
together?
of course, they cannot live without each other.
Of course.
And now, the problem here now is equality. There is no equality in this world. You cannot have a woman and a man equal. Impossible. Unless we become a third sex, all of us to have transaction, we all change our sex. It's impossible. So the person who fights for power, looking for to be equal to somebody else, it's not possible. A man can never be a woman. A woman can never be a man. So why try to be like the other? Why don't we respect our differences? But we don't think this way. We're fighting for freedom all the time.
What's the happiest man you've met, Menis, in your life?
The happiest man in the world, who when he goes home, his wife smiles at him. And he wants to go home. He wants to go home, not to leave work and keep circling around outside to waste time before he comes home or stay a long time at work. Nothing else.
And the smartest?
The smartest man is not the happiest man.
I know.
The smartest man will be a millionaire and lonely.
But did you met billionaires that are happy?
Very few. Every rich
What's the secret? Their secret.
secret of being millionaires?
Of happiness, yes.
You ask me secret of being happiness?
No. Of the billionaires.
Okay. When I'll tell you the secret of happiness for everybody, not only millionaire.
Okay.
The secret of happiness is very simple and very hard. I say it in words, but it's impossible to achieve. Is gratitude.
How do we practice gratitude right now?
You don't practice gratitude. You need to lose everything until you realize
Sorry?
you need to lose everything. You need to lose everything.
To lose everything?
Yeah, until you learn that you were never grateful before. How many times you loved someone so much and you treated them badly and they left you and you remembered how fantastic that person was?
Have you been there?
No. No, I haven't.
Never.
No, close, a little bit close, but not. But I have learned this. I have learned the things in life. But
you are grateful. You are grateful person.
I am grateful every day in my life. Sometimes I forget. I have to be honest with you. But you see, gratitude is the highest level of consciousness, higher than love. Because if you're grateful for the person who loves you, that's all you need.
Eu zic că putem să ne oprim aici. Thank you, Menis.
Thank you so much.
Vreau să-l aplaudăm încă o dată pe Menis. Nu părăsiți locurile dumneavoastră. Îi mulțumim încă o dată. Very grateful. Thank you. Multă lume se întreabă cine e în spatele lui Fain și Simplu. Ștefan, o să te rog să vii cu mine, pentru că în momentul ăsta o să vă fac dezvăluirea. O să aflați cine e la Fain și Simplu în spate. Răspunsul este simplu. Asta e la Fain și Simplu în spate. O super comunitate și vă mulțumesc încă o dată foarte mult. Iar acum, încă o dată îi sunt recunoscătorul Menis. Știți ce îmi place cel mai mult la Menis? Îmi place că el nu, este fanul muncii, dar nu te pune să faci muncă de asta silnică. Este omul căruia îi place să economisească energie. Nu face risipă nici de cuvinte, nici de biblioteci pe care să le citești, nici de terapii, metode și așa mai departe. Este un tip care ține foarte mult la a economisi energia noastră, care trebuie să ne ajungă până în ultima clipă a vieții. Atunci când ai o problemă în cuplu, el nu te roagă să stai la povești sau așa mai departe, ci să stai, să stingi un pic lumina și să lași să termine. Până la urmă, despre asta e vorba și în parteneriatul pe care noi îl avem pentru evenimentele Fain și Simplu cu platforma de sustenabilitate energetică de la Enel, cu Electripedia. De-aia vă rog frumos nu să stingem lumina, doar să o dăm mai încet, să economisim. Până la urmă, nimeni nu vrea să stingem, să rupem legăturile. Nu, e nevoie de o balanță, de bun simț, de mai puțin poate să însemne mai bine, fără a afecta confortul. Asta este credoul celor de la Enel care vă oferă platforma asta Electripedia. Și asta o să vă rog să facem și acum, să reducem puțin lumina, să ne deconectăm și apoi să ne reconectăm, pentru că, așa cum spunea și Menis, totul este despre conexiune în existența noastră. Sunt Mihai Morar, vă mulțumesc foarte mult pentru Fain și Simplu.